How specifically, Dr. Ambore, is government now trying to address the issue of financial inclusion? By the way, what does it mean to be financially excluded? Because some by choice, he's mentioned banking services, financial services and all of that. Some do it by choice. They rather want to keep their money and maybe, free themselves from these pinches here and there like some of us go through. So what does it mean to be financially excluded in the real sense of it, and what is government doing to address it? Because some of them, are in the courts of government.
Thank you very much once again. Just like Dr. Zoro said, financial inclusion is about a couple of things. One is the access to finance. One is the usage. So if you have access and there's no usage, you're not necessarily financially included. And the quality of the kind of product you get, and of course the range of products. So most of the times when you hear financial inclusion, most people think it's all about bank accounts. But it's about savings, it's about credits, it's about insurance, it's about pension. So what this says is, in addition to the fact that you need access, there's an issue about resilience. You can imagine what happened during COVID-19. What if something happens and you are wiped off? What is the insurance part of it for you? I mean, how do you survive that, the resilience aspect, So it's a whole lot of things together. And again, what does exclusion mean? What does financially being financially excluded means, like you asked? So basically, I'll speak about this from the viewpoint of barriers. What you're saying is people make decisions not to for certain barriers. Some of the barriers costs, some specific experience, some about trust and all that. And that's what the entire conversation about being financially included is about. There are some group of people that is not by choice that they were excluded. So this is about bringing policies and programs that will facilitate their inclusion. And there are some group of people that decided that for one experience or the other, they don't want to be associated with certain things. So those barriers as well are being looked at and addressed. Government has been leading financial inclusion for a very long time, but there's a bit of a change. This current administration, instead of looking at financial inclusion separately from what is happening at the economic inclusion space, they thought it's wise to bring financial inclusion and economic inclusion together, because after financial inclusion, what next? You're talking about economic potential, like Dr. Zoro explained. In addition to having access to finance, you want to enable every Nigerian to be able to live to the fullness of their economic potential. So a woman that is in Niger State, and give her access to finance, and then what? But it's going to be much more useful and profitable to her if, for instance, because she has access to finance, she knows that she can sell her product beyond Niger State. She can now sell to Abuja because she has capability to receive payments, to send payments, and because of her business track record, she can now have access to credit because she has a track record of business. So it does a lot of things. So what this government is trying to do is bring these two things together, so that as we are addressing financial inclusion challenges, we are addressing economic empowerment challenges, we are looking at it from a sustainable perspective. And what Dr. Zoro is doing as the technical advisor to the president is basically, for the first time in the history of Nigeria, elevating this conversation to the table of the presidency, the table of the National Economic Council, so that these conversations do not happen in isolation. It's part of a bigger national plan. So this is what this is all about. Thank you.